Today we'll be eating frosting for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let's start with breakfast.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to talk about a TikToker, Instagrammer, influencer that many people have been asking me to talk about for a while. I just haven't done it yet. So we are going to be talking about James Bola, who is a pretty prominent mukbang creator on the internet. And they are kind of known by eating kind of ridiculous amounts of food and ridiculous types of food, as well as respectfully being a pretty large individual, and that kind of gets them a lot of attention. But as I did some research, I found some very interesting stuff that I definitely think you guys will want to stick around for, as well as just, in my opinion, a very sad story and something that I have noticed most mukbang influencers that are, especially that are in larger bodies, really struggle with. Again, that's just my opinion. But before we get into it, let's actually watch one of these videos so you guys can kind of see the type of content that is made. And as you can see, this has over 130,000 likes. So there are a lot of people that are watching these videos and continuing him doing these types of videos.
Today we'll be eating frosting for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let's start with breakfast.
So I think it's pretty clear that from the start of this is obviously, there's parts of this is kind of trolling, right? Most people are not going to be eating frosting for a meal, right? That clearly there is a level of playing into the joke and probably playing into what people are saying about him, right?
Mood. We're waiting for McDonald's to stop serving breakfast so we can get some doubles and some McChickens and some chicken nuggets and some fries. But this is just a little snack. Mood.
So as you can see, he says mood a lot. And then again, playing into it, saying, I'm going to be getting McDonald's as well. And as you can see, if you go through his page, like there are just, that's basically all it is pretty much just mukbangs. That's pretty much all it is. And he's pretty prolific with it, right? Like he does them quite often. So this is something that happens a lot on his channels.
Take a bite, take a bite.
So do I think that he is actually going to be eating all three of these? No, not really. I actually haven't even watched the entire clip of this. But again, I think it's just playing into the ridiculousness of it. I'm going to get as many eyes on me as possible because that's really what it comes down to, especially on social media and like being at the level that he is. Because like the fact of the matter is that he has found something that works. That's just true, right? Like I can post on TikTok and Instagram and I can get like no attention, right? Because I don't want to do stuff like this. It's just not something that I'm comfortable with. But there are plenty of people that will do whatever it takes to keep attention on social media. And it's gotten to a point like this where it is very easy to take it too far. And I'm not saying that means that he is absolved of anything. Like he's definitely playing into it. But man, the attention that you can get on social media will make people do absolutely insane things and things that are really damaging to themselves. And I do believe that this has been very damaging to him because again, there's some things that we're going to go over that shows that, you know, he is someone that is trying to lose weight or at least has wanted to in the past. That's something that's on his mind. He's not just like, I fully don't care. I really think that it's something that in his mind he wants to do. He wants to lose the weight. But I think the attention that he gets from social media, as well as probably the money, I mean, assuming this, I don't know what this, you know, this bracelet is. It looks expensive. I assume he's making a good amount of money doing this. Otherwise, I don't know why he would be doing this, right?
Take a bite, take a bite.
And like obviously playing into it with all the mouth sounds is, you know, quite not for me. I do wonder like when I see the fact that this has over 130 likes, right? So that means it has even more comment or even more views. Like, who are the people that are watching this and like liking it unironically? I understand like ironically liking it, like, oh my god, this is ridiculous, this is so over the top, ha ha ha. I feel like maybe feeling like you're in on the joke, understanding that he's just trolling people. But there are people that are like, yes, I like this content, I want more of this, this is just what I want to watch someone just eating and making noises while they eat their food, right?
Mm. Mm. Wait. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Sorry if if I'm gonna watch this whole thing, y'all are gonna watch it with me.
Mm. Mm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm.
So there we go. I think we made it through, guys.
Oh, watch it down. Let's go get McDonald's. Mid.
Okay, so that's that seems to be the majority of his content. Now, something that I think is interesting is that he has, he is someone that has lost weight in the past and actually has been in a smaller body. So if we look at this video, this is a video that he posted, right? This is on his account. This was posted about 2 years ago now. This was the size that he was. I think this is him at his heaviest. I do think he's lost a little bit of weight since his heaviest. But it goes on to say, this is so crazy. I found this video in my private videos, and I'm so shocked and saddened to see how I let myself go. The video on the right was shot during the pandemic, and the one where I'm wearing the striped shirt I just made now. So that was him 2 years ago. I'm sitting here writing this, and I can truly say I'm ready to get my life back and become the healthy version I used to be. It made me emotional, but I will do this again. I will keep you guys updated on the journey. Follow, please. Right. So again, it seems like he was actually interested. And then the thing that was really interesting to me was I've actually kind of known this for a while, because someone had sent me his videos on Instagram. I don't even know, maybe 6 months ago. I don't even remember what it was. And then I was just kind of curious. I was like, oh, who's this person? And I went to his profile, and this is the first thing that I saw was that he follows me on Instagram. Okay. So he follows my Obese to Beast Instagram. And so that tells me that this is someone that does at least care, or did at one point cared about their health, or at least losing weight, right? That was something that was important to them. And I don't know, like with James, I don't know his whole journey. I don't know everything that he's been through, but I assume that these mukbangs and these types of videos, like if he's continues to do these, I think that the desire and the just being able to lose the weight is going to be much more difficult. I do hope that is still something that is in his mind, and maybe he is still going for it, and who knows, maybe he'll pull like a Nick Cotto, and then bam, he'll post a video and he's lost all the weight and I look like an idiot. That's certainly possible. But it was just really kind of sad to see, because like I said earlier, the problem with these mukbangs and these types of this type of content is that it really just encourages people to just post stuff like this and just continue posting and posting and posting and posting, because you're encouraged to do it. It feeds the algorithm. You get more views, more money, and there's no real incentive to even want to try and lose the weight. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about here is that even if he did want to lose weight and he was like wanting to do that, I personally, as someone that is on social media and has seen people try and share their journey on social media, I wouldn't even recommend him share that part of his life online, because I feel like it would just make it more difficult and probably make it impossible for him to actually lose the weight, because the amount of attention he has is something that I feel like once you get that much attention, especially for being a larger person, and you have so many people, because so many of the comments are like people that genuinely seem to like James and they think he's nice and funny. He seems like a sweet guy. I don't know him particularly, right? But it seems like a lot of people are very much so fans of his, and they like him and they want him to do well. And so they would be very excited to watch him lose weight. And you might hear that and be like, well, then why wouldn't he do it? Why wouldn't it be a good idea for him? Why shouldn't he go down that path? And from experience, from myself, and then obviously watching so many other people that try to lose weight, especially after being, a bigger person online, is that you just get inundated with so many opinions of people saying what you should do and what you shouldn't do and how you should do things. And then it becomes a very parasocial, because most of the time I can almost see into the future if he did do this, right? So, publicly, is that there would be at the very beginning a ton of support. Bam, it would be overloaded with support. So much support. Everyone wanting him to do well. Everyone wanting him to lose the weight. Everyone just being there for him. But then as time would go on, say if maybe he loses 50 pounds at the start and then he's, losing weight a little bit slower and it's not really happening as fast, a lot of people start chiming in saying, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. And then it becomes this battle of, do I really even want to share this anymore? Because I feel like now that through sharing this, it is making it harder for me to do the thing that I am trying to do, which is lose the weight. But the reason that it would probably be difficult, it's not like he could just stop posting, because I assume that this is kind of what he does for a living. This is the job that he has. And yes, and you could always say, well, just get a different job. True, but if you're making so much money, it's the same thing that I've talked about with Candy, Hungry Fat Chick. If you're making so much money or a decent living doing this, to just throw that away, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. And I hope he is able to find some way to make it work, because like I said, he seems like a very nice guy. He seems like a sweet dude. I don't want any harm or pain to come to him. And I just hope that he doesn't meme his way and do all of these things into a very bad position, right? Whether that's very ill health or maybe an early grave. Like, I don't want him to meme his way into that, right? By doing these, eat a bunch of frosting with me and all of these types of videos. Maybe he's spinning the frosting out. Maybe all of this is fake and he's not actually eating this food. Honestly, I kind of hope that is the case, because I just don't like to see this stuff. It seems like I think of it as someone that is actually in the position that he is in and being met with all of these different options that he could go in. And the easiest one, sadly, is where it seems that he is going. Maybe I'm being tricked and he's actually doing a bunch of work behind the scenes to lose weight or whatever. But the easiest one could also be the most dangerous one for him. And I hope that he is able to push past that and find something that is sustainable long-term, because I don't think that what he is doing right now is something that is sustainable long-term, especially if, like he said, 2 years ago, he was at that weight and he's gained the amount of weight that he has just in a small amount of time. And so I just wanted to share that and try to share some insight as someone that was a little bit on the inside, as far as like losing weight and stuff like that and being an influencer. It's really easy to say, oh, just lose the weight and stop posting mukbangs. But I understand that it's more difficult than that. But I hope that, seriously, I hope that things work out for him long term. But I just wanted to share that. I wanted to show you guys that. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.